Britain had never produced a winner of the Tour de France. Then along came Bradley Wiggins in 2012. For reasons known only to themselves, the British had a long history of underperforming at the Tour de France, the great three-week road classic and one of world sport's most famous single events. Until 2012, no Briton had won the general classification, nor come especially close. Tom Simpson was sixth in 1962 and wore the maillot jaune, or yellow jersey, in the Pyrenees, the first to do so, while Robert Miller, a Scot, finished fourth in general classification in 1984. Wiggins, a wicked time trialer and a good climber, went into the 2012 version of the world's most famous tour with wins in the Paris-Nice, the Tour of Romandie, and Criterium du Dauphiné. He was already a world and Olympic champion, dating back to the 2004 Olympic Games, where he won the first of 5 gold medals. Born in Belgium, but raised just outside London, Wiggins had pictures of Miguel Indurain, the 5-time Tour de France winner, on his walls as a boy. He needed no instruction in what it all meant.
It's the biggest race in cycling, so it's the height. There's nothing bigger than the Tour de France, the history and everything involved with it. So I think it would mean you're the best rider in the world for that 3 weeks. Maybe not for the whole season, but for that 3 weeks, you've won the Tour de France and you go down on a very special list of other winners. And that's the height of cycling.
These earlier races were merely the hors d'oeuvres, of course, because Le Tour would run over 2,173 miles, or 3,500 kilometers, through the Pyrenees and up the Alps, with men like the defending winner Cadel Evans of Australia to conquer.
I still think Cadel is the man to beat. He's the winner last year. He's a good time trial, he's a good climber. He can win sprints on small mountains. So he, without doubt, is still the man to beat for this year's tour. And he wants it, he fights all the time, he never gives up. So for me, he's the main man.
Switzerland's Fabian Cancellara won the prologue, but Wiggins was second in the opening stage. He won an early time trial stage, capitalizing on his strength, riding alone. At the first mountain stage, Tomblaine to La Planche de Bellefille, he grabbed the maillot jaune. He never returned that particular item of clothing. Wiggins was popular, even with the French press, who dubbed him Le Gentleman, and joked about his having the most famous rouflaquettes, or sideburns, since Elvis Presley. He came across as everyman, having slumped into depression and heavy drinking after his Olympic triumph in 2004. But he was on a high now, and he held his ground through the mountains, then onto the second last stage. A time trial from Bonneval to Chartres, he won again, sealing his triumph in the GC, more than a minute faster than Chris Froome, his Sky teammate, who had also emerged as his strongest rival. As is the quaint tradition of Le Tour de France, the GC leader is not attacked in the final stage to Paris. More than 3 minutes ahead, Wiggins rolled into the Champs-Élysées and watched his Sky teammate Mark Cavendish win the final stage. He merely needed to stay on his bike. He finished 3 minutes 21 seconds ahead of the second place Chris Froome. Britain, the duffer of the Tour de France for so long, had gone 1-2. Evans finished 7th, having lost time in the mountains, and Wiggins had lived a dream.
Since I was 12, I always thought about winning the Tour, but never maybe thought that it would be a reality, you know. So it's, but you know, you think about it because that's what gives you the motivation and the drive to train and do everything to win that. But then you have to come back to reality and think about the process and everything you have to go through towards achieving that.
In Britain, Wiggins' triumph was acclaimed.
I guess it doesn't make me look so stupid when I'm wearing lycra out on the street, you know. Got a bit of backing from somebody doing it professionally, but I don't know, I've been cycling for a couple of years and I'm just glad that we can finally bring it home after 109 years.
Well, it's not just today, it's the last 2 years. We've got the world champion, the Tour de France winner, hopefully the Olympic champion in another week, top of the world.
He would retire after the 2016 Rio Olympics with 8 road and track Olympic medals, including 5 gold. A debate raged about the status of Wiggins' breakthrough win and whether it was the best ever sporting performance by a British athlete. Sir Chris Hoy, himself a 6-time Olympic champion, labelled it as good as anything any British athlete has ever done. Sky had only pieced together its team 3 years earlier, promising a Grand Tour winner. And here was its day of vindication.
Well, obviously happy, you know. I mean, it's been a fantastic 3 weeks for the team, culminating the win today with Mark being led out by the yellow jersey of Bradley. So yeah, I mean, a dream come true, really. Pretty special.
In December 2013, Bradley Wiggins became Sir Bradley Wiggins. At Buckingham Palace, after meeting the Queen, he said that he felt inferior as a mere bike rider. Of course, he didn't need to.